Yeah, what it is, Jacob Patterson again. Samsung is on a road trip right now around the entirety of America, stopping in a bunch of major cities and having people from those cities take them around and take pictures with their new camera, the SH100, which is Wi-Fi ready, uploads directly to YouTube and Facebook, shoots HD video, 14 megapixels. It's really great. You can email straight from it. I've had to use it before to email pictures to people within seconds. So I actually really love the camera, and I wouldn't be telling you about it if I didn't. But the exciting thing is I got to go around my city and show them the parts of downtown Los Angeles that I love. We started out going to Skid Row, but I told them that we would walk until we realized it was time to turn around. We got attacked by a bum and decided it was time to turn around, and then we walked back to the nice part of downtown. But it was really great. They've actually made a really awesome video about it that I really hope you check out, which I'll put right here. I wanted an excuse to show some of the pictures and some of the video that we got. So I interviewed my friend Eric. He went with us. He's a world-renowned street photographer. You probably have met him on the Think Tank channel, but if not, you should know that he teaches street photography workshops around the world, and I was fortunate enough to sit down with him and ask him for a few tips about street photography. So enjoy.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Eric Kim, street photographer from Los Angeles. I'm here with Jacob. Gonna talk a little about street photography. Pretty much the way I got started in street photography was, I remember the first day I was out in public, and I've always been really interested in taking photos of people in public, and I had my camera and I saw this really interesting looking dude on the street. I'm like, I gotta capture his image. It was just something that really compelled me to do so. And I remember getting really close to the dude, snapping his photo, and like my heart was just palpitating, and I'm just, adrenaline going through my system. And it was just something that really satisfied me as a photographer. And I'm like, hey, I wonder if there's some kind of genre out there for this type of photography I enjoyed. A few Google searches later found out about street photography, and I've been hooked ever since.
What would you say to people who don't live somewhere next to like an urban area to go take street photography?
That's a really good question, actually. I firmly believe in the idea that, street photography, it's one of the most democratic types of photography out there, because you could take street photographs anywhere as long as you're outside and in public. Typically, I think it's always good to take photos of people, but at the same time, I think there's a huge merit in taking photos of, desolate areas, especially where places are really urban. Or, maybe if you're in the countryside, taking photos of old sheds, or, it's really hard to define street photography, but, regardless of where you live, there's always shooting opportunities.
What do you think about people who don't want to get into street photography because they can't afford a really nice camera?
I think that's a bunch of BS, because, you could shoot street photography with any damn camera out there. I know a ton of street photographers who just use iPhones, and their images are amazing. There's tons of people out there saying, hey, you need a super expensive camera. Like, no, you use a point and shoot, use a DSLR, use a film camera, a rangefinder, any type of camera out there. It's just, the great thing about street photography is that your photos don't have to be super sharp, they don't have to be super clean, they could be nice and gritty. If anything, it adds to the image. So you think that if you don't have the right equipment, you're wrong. Yeah, if you guys are interested about street photography, check out my blog. It's ericKimphotography.com/blog. I write tips, techniques, put up interviews, photos of everything street photography, and I really put my heart and soul into it. It's something I'm really passionate about, something that's being a lot more popular. So if you're interested, check me out, add me on Facebook, add me on Flickr, tweet me, and also make sure to check out some of Jacob's stuff too. And you can find all my info on the description below.
There's one other thing I forgot to mention to you guys that I had planned to put in this video, and it's that Ai Weiwei, who is the Chinese artist who puts a lot of social commentary in his work, who was abducted by the Chinese government months ago now, has still not been released. The Chinese government is still not saying what's going on with him. However, there have been reports of torture methods that have been used on him, and it's a very terrible thing, and it's the biggest thing in the art world by far that's happening right now. So if you're interested in the art world, or if you're interested in human rights, or if you're interested in goodness, or if you're interested in the opposite of evil, or anything that can be related to any of that, please go to freeaiweiwei.org and just check it out. There's many ways that you can help support him and help try to right this wrongdoing that has happened to the human race and the art world as a whole.